Welcome, this is Kuku Chishi reporting today's news. After the center removed the Armed Forces Special Powers Act (AFSPA) from several parts of three northeastern states of Assam, Manipur and Nagaland, the government has decided to felicitate Iron Lady Irom Sharmila for her 16 years hunger strike as part of the anti-AFSPA movement. Today we want to honor 49 years old Irom Sharmila, who is also known as the Iron Lady of Manipur or Mengubi, meaning the Fair One. She is an Indian civil rights activist, political activist, and a poet from the Indian state of Manipur. On 5th November 2000, she began a hunger strike in favor of abolishing the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 that applies to the 7 states and grants Indian Armed Forces the power to search properties without a warrant, to arrest people, and to use deadly force if there is any possible reasonable suspicion that a person is acting against the state. Sharmila, who was 28 at that time of massacre, began to fast in protest. Her primary demand to the Indian government has been the repeal of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. She launched her hunger strike 2 days after security forces killed 10 people at Malom in the outskirts of Malom, which was later known as the Malom Massacre. She ended the fast on 9th August 2016 after 16 long years of fasting. She refused to eat or drink for more than 500 weeks until she was force-fed in jail. She has been called the world's longest hunger striker. She was also voted the top woman icon of India by MSN poll on International Women's Day. Sharmila, who became the face of anti-AFSPA movement in Manipur and elsewhere in the country, welcomed the center's decision to remove AFSPA from several parts of Assam, Manipur, and Nagaland. In an interview with Hindustan Times, she described the government's move as a real sign of democracy. Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Bireng Singh, said, "I also appreciate the people of Manipur, mainly Srimati Sharmila, who sacrificed half of her life staging dharna and hunger strike for 16 years. Petrol and diesel prices hiked again by 80 paise a litre each, taking the total increase in rates in less than 2 weeks to Rs 8 per litre. Rates have been increased across the country and vary from state to state depending upon the incidence of taxation. This is the 11th increase in prices since the ending of a 4.5-month-long hiatus in rate revision on March 2022. Paracetamol, insulin injections, 800 essential medicines to get costlier this month, after the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority stating that the annual change in wholesale price index works out at 10.76%. The prices of about 800 essential medicines such as paracetamol, azithromycin, and ciprofloxacin hydrochloride are likely to see a sharp rise. Following this, the prices of 800 scheduled medicines on the national list of essential medicines used to treat fever, infections, skin disease, high blood pressure, anemia, and heart disease are expected to rise 10.7% this month. Gujarat Titans defeated Delhi Capitals by 14 runs in their IPL match on Saturday. Shubman Gill smashed 84 off 46 balls to guide Gujarat Titans to 171 for 6. Besides Gill, skipper Hardik Pandya made 31 off 27 balls after being asked to bat. David Miller remained unbeaten on 20 off 15 balls. The Indian junior women's hockey team made a winning start to their campaign at the FIH Hockey Women's Junior World Cup on Saturday as they beat Wales 5-1 in their first Pool D match. Cricket to be included in Olympics soon? According to media, Geoff Allardyce, the CEO and General Manager of Cricket for the International Cricket Council, said that it will provide high-performance assistance for the growth of the sports in various countries. Allardyce told Sense on This Is Your Journey that it's certainly not a money-making process From our point of view, it's about getting exposure for cricket in markets where we may not be popular. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan called for fresh elections on Sunday, shortly after no confidence motion against him was rejected in the National Assembly over security concerns. In an address to the nation, he said, "I have written to the President to dissolve the assemblies. There should be elections in a democratic way." National Assembly Deputy Speaker Qasim Suri rejected the trust vote, calling it unconstitutional. The National Assembly in Pakistan was dismissed, and a highly anticipated trust vote against Prime Minister Imran Khan was yet again delayed. While India is reporting less cases of COVID-19 after the onset of the third wave led by the Omicron variant, experts warn that it still may not be time to let down guards ahead of this news. The World Health Organization has issued a warning against a new Minute XE variant of Omicron that may be more transmissible than any other of COVID-19 seen before. World Health Organization has recently issued a report outlining their initial findings of this potentially new variant of Omicron. The global health body noted that until transmission and disease characteristics, including severity, XE will remain categorized as part of the Omicron variant. Today's roundup news for Dimapur Today.